highly within top eights or kind of just missing out on by the skin of his teeth. But one of the most consistent players, whether it's in Japan or over in foreign seas. We're in his home territory right now, though, so it's going to be a clean gameplay between another Yoshi of Yoshidora and the one Ryu man still doing it nowadays over in the East, Asimo.
Asimo, at the very least, living up to the standard of Ryu, truly a world warrior at this point. Yoshidora,
Mm-hmm.
however, well traveled in his own right. Dinosaurs, you can find those fossils anywhere, but this one has come to life and perhaps trying to put out the flame, extinguish it, if you will, put out the flame of Asimo's winner side run as we go to PS2 for game number 1. And do you think that this stage selection's I do. I think I have an opinion on this one, but I'm wondering if you do. Do you think the stage selection might favor somebody?
I have very strong opinions, mostly negative about PS2, just to the fact that it's not the most
Mm,
neutral stage, and I'm gonna say it for Ryu in this situation, very much more his stage. We could see how well
mm.
Fui was able to chase down his opponent as Yoshi on small battlefield before, right? You take him to
Yeah.
PS2 instead, give him that bigger space, higher platforms. It's a lot harder to chase people down. So it's a good thing that Yoshidora is well prevalent in these egg snipes, but Ashimo doing an exceptional job to use that focus to stop that one hit projectile. Oh, never mind. You're going off the top, son. Sorry. See you.
Yeah. No, I definitely see what you're saying because yeah, Ryu can do some damage with the fist for sure, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not that far from ledge to blast zone. Certainly, you have a ways to travel, but this is still the shortest competitive. This is the shortest ceiling in the competitive stage list.
Mm-hmm.
If my resources are correct, Asimo, I gotta say though, maybe you don't really think about this as Ryu's stage as much as Asimo goes off the stage to get the KO off of the side. I feel like this is definitely more Ken's stage just because you clean up with that Shoryuken. It is so powerful. You can confirm into it so relatively easily if you just have a little bit of seasoning. Maybe a Ken instead of a Ryu would perhaps be the
Mm.
more efficient route instead of getting those KOs, as you can do with the Tatsu. But I
Oh,
do wonder, you know what? That Shoryuken is strong enough, and Asimo is just going to shut me right up and win game number 1.
what were you just talking about? What were you just saying, man? That Shoryu is going to
I
absolutely take stocks at ungodly percents off the top. He was at like 90, which that's a fair enough time to be taking stocks as a character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I will say. But the fact that he can do it is, you still love to see it.
100%. And regardless of what you've been seeing from Ryu thus far, because this is a character that again a lot of people maybe saw a usefulness in, but sort of leaned towards Ken in the earlier half of this game's life cycle. But you are seeing Ryu's
Mm.
get a lot of success, certainly in the United States with individuals like Icon over in Chicago, but also, yeah, Asimo, pretty dedicated Ryu and doing quite well as we're going to get the down air beautifully executed, and Yoshidora not able to get it back from go to KO in just under 20 seconds.
It's a nice 0 to death from Ashimo right off the bat of the second game, just completely asserting his dominance. The momentum has not stopped as we continue here into this game 2. And we have made it to small battlefield. This is arguably the better stage for Yoshidora as he's able to get these follow-ups. Not the only one, though. You can see Ashimo getting all of these combos off of those platforms as well. It's insane. Uh, a topic to go back to where you were talking about which of the Shotos it is that's being used in the later half of Ultimate. I feel like just having a projectile as strong as the full quarter projectile that Ryu has access to just puts him that little bit higher than the other two. You need that strong projectile in late game Ultimate just with how much more passive you kind of have to play.
Yeah, and I do have to respect something because yeah, if you're talking about why doesn't Asimo go Ken instead, well, Asimo is just really good with Ryu. Asimo prefers
Mm-hmm.
Ryu, and
Mm-hmm.
Asimo is doing really freaking good with Ryu. I think the 3 stocks to 1 would indicate that. Did I say 3 stocks? I meant 2. Pardon me. And
Not bad.
I I gotta say, yeah, hey, you know what? It happens. I'm a reporter. I have to retract things, but we are seeing, however, Asimo I mean, regardless of what you're doing, it's the character that works best for you. Japan has always kind of had that bent to it, right? Because you had individuals who were doing work with Villager, like Kept whatever. And this is you
Kept is the
had
guy.
the best piranha plant in the world for so long in Brood and was getting second at like C tiers and B tiers in Japan. So this is the place where if you are going to experiment, if you are going to express individuality, if you are going to forge a path in the meta, then it is going to be in a place like Japan where, yeah, maybe they're a little bit more cautious with their stuff, but they're definitely well practiced enough to look like they can really mess you up. They're just maybe a little bit more, set piecey with how they play. And I mean, what can you say? That you can see it in their gameplay. It's very efficient, very clean, and Asimo and Yoshidora showing that right here is Yoshidora perhaps on the comeback trail, 123, and but all you need is a chip and a chair, as they say.
Oof.
And there goes that
Chip in a chair and a foot to the tail. There's that chip. Sending that back air straight up. He does such a good job of setting up these backers as well. We all know the Shotos, their special little trait, being able to always face forward towards your opponent. So anytime Asimo wants that back air, he has to do the reverse aerial rush. Flicking the stick back and forth as fast as you can in order to get access to that back air. And able to, you could see it even if it wasn't going to land the hit, if Yoshidora was able to get down to the platform, he was going to auto-cancel it. He was low enough and positioned well enough that that back air was basically going to be able to hit for free. Able to take the game, thankfully, and able to take him to a last game here, potentially, as we see the 2-0 lead that Asimo has been able to build. It is not a good day for Yoshis. Besides, up until this point. It's been a great day up until this point, but right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's been a bad day for all the games that we have watched, and therefore it's been a bad day. So that's just what can we say? We have no object permanence, but we are going to get into game number 3, back to small battlefield, and I kind of wonder if this is perhaps just a little bit of a concession on the part of Yoshidora, or is this perhaps confident?
Oh my god!
Oh, is it perhaps misplaced confidence as Asimo go to KO in over 30 seconds time, sitting at 125. Eventually, Yoshidora cleans it up, but oh my goodness, that was stylish what we saw on the platform.
Asimo cannot stop taking stylish stocks. He sees a moment and he wants your stock. He wants it now. It's insane what this man is able to do with this character. And the reason he's able to get, finding that forward smash, that's not just a Ryu tech. That's a player read. That is, I'm a competitive player. I've seen what you do in these situations when I press these buttons. I'm going to call you out for it. I'm up 2-0. It's time to cash in the bank.
And now we're seeing the fruits of Asimo's labor, piling him up to 79%.
I hope we're seeing it. I don't know if it's lagging on your guys' end. Looks like the stream's kind of mellowed back in.
Yeah, okay, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah, no, it's we're all experiencing it. Don't worry, chat. We got you.
Okay, word. Now, appreciate you. So, we are going to see now. Oh my goodness. This is...
It's a tense moment to have these flickers, but Asimo, obviously the players are seeing none of it. They just get to go straight through with it. Yoshidora trying to go straight to the last stock for both players, and he does it off of the egg. This is his move of any Yoshi. Yoshidora is the egg wizard. I don't know how he sets it up. Even whether it's sniping people off the top with the egg or just finding combos off of it, he has not stopped.
Yoshidora, I mean, being forged in the flames of war as he has been so good for so long. Asimo coming into their own as a true global force, and now looking for their defining moment. And you're seeing the just stick on the screen. Yoshidora taking him off stage, the nair, and still not able to find that KO, but is going to put him up and send him straight up. Perhaps looking to bring him out to the side or force him out to the side. You're going to make Asimo down
there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but wait a second. The Dragon Punch. And Asimo, a 3-0 victory on Yoshidora.
That was a bit tough to watch. You can see it there. Asimo being very proud. Going in for that handshake afterwards. He's like, yeah, I to show you. And he did. It's Yoshidora put himself in such a good spot off of that down air. Even though it didn't kill, it did a medium amount of damage, 30%, just right off the bat, setting Asimo all the way up to 130. may have been guaranteeing your own early demise, however, giving him the rage that he needed to confirm that 1-2 Shoryu. And he's moving on to winner's side. Both Yoshis unable to take a single game in this top 8. Unfortunate so far. But you know what? They both get to play some insane players on the loser's side. I'm not sure if we've seen yet or will see the result of a Call of Rio, but good news for all fans cheering for the non-Japanese players in this tournament. Meister took it 3-0 over Raudukun while we weren't watching. How? What?
I know, right? Goodness me, that's a little crazy to think about, but at the same time,